Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and tell a friend. Okay, y'all, welcome back. On the docket today, we have Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 18. Money is the root of all evil. Okay, so welcome in. And before we get started, I just want everybody in the tribe to send a little prayer to Lit Real Red 6840. She left a comment in one of our shows recently saying that her husband has gone into hospice. So, and she's asked to send our prayers. So, let's rally round our fellow tribesmen and send her all of the good vibrations to her and her husband and the rest of their family. Okay, y'all. So who's here? Oh, Lena's here. And we have Ryan. Um, you had to go into the office today? Oh no. Well, stay warm, Ryan. Stay warm. Lena, are you geared up? Because I thought, Jamal, this was a good episode. Hi,
And real quick, while it's on my mind, just
Steven.
so like people, oh my god, why? So today is my birthday, and
Aw, happy birthday.
I'm not one to celebrate my birthday at all. It's
Mm-hmm.
not me, but this is the first birthday without my grandmother, and then my mother is still in the rehab facility. So this is literally the first birthday I spent without either one of them.
Mm.
So it's okay, but it's more
It's
like,
not the
oh, okay.
same.
No, I spoke to my mother last night, just to give her an update on some things I was updated on. And, and she's like, I understand, like, and I was honest with her. I said, coming back to this house, Grams is gone, you're not here. It's just it's not a good feeling.
Mm.
So it's just one of those times, I've one step closer to 50, which I'm completely fine with. That's okay. 47 is a very nice number. And, I'm still here. We're still here and we're still like going to get through everything. Life does it. Life just does what it does. And
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have to roll with it because it's not really in our control.
Aw, well, happy birthday. I know it is the first time that I've actually wished you happy birthday on a live. It's usually privately.
Right?
But happy birthday and have a drink with all of us or for all of us. Have lots of
Right.
drinks.
And Steven, so yes, Steven, oh, Ryan asked, thank you
Mhm.
everyone. Ryan says your mom improved. So Ryan, she's improving. Her infection seems to be healed. It's more now the mobility issue. So at this point, the doctor, I spoke to them, and they're like, she's not improving. They just basically kind of like he went like not worst case scenario, but like he just gave me the scenarios. I spoke to my mother after that. I was very upset. I talked to her. She's like, I'm gonna walk again, and no matter what happens, she's all, I'll figure it out. It is what it is. She's all, but she's determined to walk again. So at this point, it's more like, do we take her out of the facility and find somewhere else? So I'm just trying to like navigate that. I mean, I want them to do it all they can, but if they're not really willing to push her, like she wants to be pushed, then we have to look into someplace else.
Hmm.
But
There's always
back to
opinions.
yeah, back to this episode. This episode wasn't bad. Um, Now, I'm not sure y'all caught what Kody said to the realtor, but
Hmm.
that's one of the main points I wanted to talk about because that
Hmm.
was some very clever wording he used.
What?
So remember, he's talking to the realtor, right? Their uncle already passed, they're working around, blah blah blah. And he's talking about his ex-wives and how there's like the property, right? Now,
Hmm.
notice he didn't let the realtor know how how the acres were split, right? He never
Hmm.
mentioned that. All he told the realtor was that it has to be split 4 ways, but he didn't mention percentages. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's very good, Kody. You're smart enough not to mention um percentages on camera because Janelle and Mary are talking to other people, Mary to Jen, Janelle to Christine about how the properties are laid out, how Kody's name is on everything, how he's positioned it to where he's pretty much in charge, yada yada yada, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting up here like, I know y'all kept a record of how much money y'all put in the Coyote Pass. I know y'all did. You can't be that stupid not to do that and be dealing with Kody. I'm saying it like that. And Mary, like, this is why I say Mary is real slow. This is why she was just so irritating to me because she is lagging on everything. Because when Janelle first came to her, and we all said this, when Janelle first came to her, said, like, hey, lawyer up, she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But you're sitting back now, and it took Jen to tell you you need to get a lawyer. And Jen had to send you the lawyer, you know? And Mary's sitting there now telling Jen, like, I'm just surprised it got to this. And I'm sitting here like, how are you surprised? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at this situation as a in a bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Mary taking any initiative. It's Janelle having to tell her. It's Jen having to tell her. It's not her having any sort of get up and go to protect her money. Think about it. If you let's call a thing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is worried about Mary getting her fair share more than Mary is. Am I wrong?
Yes, but Mary is also slow on the giddy up because I think she's the one who's been in it the longest. And she was one of the two. Her and Christine were the only ones who were actually raised in it, right?
I'm trying to think. I would say raised, and I would say yeah. Cause I think, because didn't Raman's mother come into it later?
Yes, her second
Okay,
husband was the polygamist
gotcha. Okay,
who wasn't Robin's bio dad.
right,
And they weren't, I don't, wait. I don't think they was part of the group that Christine and Mary was part of,
right. I don't. This
but
is
they
a
were
different
part
group.
of, Robin was part of the group that is associated with Notes to Self.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm. Um, okay, so I want to get back to the first part where Kody, oh, let's give the rundown, the summary. Kody and the realtor on Coyote Pass. Christine is an entrepreneur and real estate mogul. Janelle is now officially a flower farmer, sort of. And Mary, does she really finally get it? I don't think so. I think you're giving her too much credit. Back to Kody. I didn't take anything about this scene seriously because that realtor did him a favor by coming out to that area because that realtor can't do anything unless all of the owners of said property sign off on his services. So that BS at the end of all of that traipsing around the land where Kody says, if you get an offer, just send it to me and I'll send it over to them. Highly
Right.
illegal. Highly illegal and could not be for real. No, it doesn't happen like that. When he gets in, first of all, he's got to be contracted to represent them as their realtor. Second of
Right.
all, if he gets an offer, he's got to send it to all four of them.
Exactly.
And then another takeaway that I got from that, where Kody slipped and said all of the junk that's on the property is from his all his failed businesses. Now,
Right.
I would hate to be his next door neighbors if all they do is store Kody's junk from his failed businesses um, on that property. So that must be an eyesore. Then they come across there to zip around on their ATVs and to picnic occasionally. Like that, County Pass is basically their backyard, and it's annoying. Like you got 14.1 acres and you don't do anything with it. And then how I really know that that realtor was doing him a favor and it lasted way too long was at the end where Kody says, "And look at my view." And he turns around, he goes, "Oh, I didn't even see that." What real realtor ain't scoping out
Right.
property? He's dragged you from marker to marker to marker, and you did not see the view? Okay. Okay. It was embarrassing for Kody. I was embarrassed for him because he was talking a lot of trash about his wives that was it who'd want to get in business with that?
Exactly.
As much as they're your ex-wives, they're still your current business partners in the venture called Coyote Pass. And you're smack talking them, talking about ripping them off. Like who in Flagstaff talks to you? Who?
Right.
Unless they're getting paid day rate and they want to promote themselves as a realtor to come on this TV show. You are an embarrassment, Kody. You was an embarrassment as a dad. You was an embarrassment as a sperm donor. You was an embarrassment as a wannabe husband. You're an embarrassment as a human being. I cannot believe that him and his fuzzy ass head thought that this was good TV. I hope all of these wives, including Robin, roll over your ass. And you see, he's already started blaming Robin because he said
Yep.
Robin has finally agreed to sell. She's finally come around.
And
We
here's the thing
can't
with that.
believe that Robin don't want money. You get money when
Right.
you sell something.
And here's my whole thing with them. And I'm wondering how this is going to play out. And honestly, for TV's sake, I hope it plays out very, very messy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and Janelle made a very good point when she was talking to Christine. Because the way the lots are laid out, if they were to sell based on ownership,
Mm-hmm.
Mary only has like an acre and a quarter stake
That's
out
what
of
Janelle
14.
told her. Yep.
And I'm like, oof. So I wonder, this is why I say I wonder if they kept records of how much money they put into Coyote Pass. Because if you go off of just the ownership and how they did it, they're not going to get much. But if they go off of money, they would have to get the percentage out what they put in.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing, my guess is if they don't, the way they set it up this way with Kody and Robin specifically, because we know Robin ain't contributed a damn thing. Let's call a thing on that. She ain't getting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go based on money in, she wouldn't get anything. I don't think. Which is why they're Cody's trying to sell based off of ownership and title. That's my guess.
But get this, Brian has a point here that he was Janelle, that he was mad at Janelle for taking all her money and going with her business. Now that has to be Plexus that he's talking about. I looked at how much it was to become a brand ambassador, like $40. And you don't even have to buy product. Like you send out your link for your people to buy from you, and I guess it comes straight from them, and you're building your chain of people who are selling under you in the MLM, and you're building your customer base and what have you. So he pissed that what he contributed towards $40 to sign up, or
Hmm.
like is he don't want to admit that he's pissed that she's no longer putting into the family fund.
Right.
And this is where he showed his true colors, because all of these, okay, so you mad that she took Plexus and went with her shit. How about, and you sat there and you said that she wants to come after you for child support if she could, and all these things, and alimony if she could. How about she come after you for the fucking money she put into the McMansion? How about that?
Exactly.
How about she come after Robin to get back her 401k? How about that? And who paid for the house in Lehigh? Janelle. I know Mary is keeping track of what she donated because the mere fact that she could come and say she paid for Leon's college, and good for you, Mary, for
Yes.
saying it was Leon and not Mariah. Keep us straight with that. And um she had to pay for Leon car, and that she put money into the family fund to go
Yes.
towards colleges, but she doesn't know
And
who
cars.
got it.
And
But
cars.
get this,
Don't
remember,
forget the cars.
and the cars, but remember with the boys, Janelle's boys and Peyton, they had to go to the military.
Mm-hmm.
Two of Janelle boys, Hunter and Garrison, and Peyton had to go to the military in order to get GI Bill to go to college.
Yes.
Logan, I think, got scholarships. They weren't paying for him, and he had to go local in Las Vegas.
Right.
And the girls, he wasn't contributing nothing to none of I don't think Maddie went to school. I don't think, like, if she did, it wasn't for long. Um Christine's girls, well, shit, if he wasn't paid for Isabel's back, he wasn't gonna pay for her school. And she
Nope.
came up with a car, but I bet you anything that was Christine.
Yes. Agreed.
And then what other girl? Gwendolyn is paying for her own school. The other gal,
Savannah.
Aspen,
Oh,
Aspen,
Aspen McKelty.
Aspen and McKelty. Like, I don't think he paid for them neither. And then Savannah's now graduate. She graduated from college, from high school 2 years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
who you, if he don't even talk to her, you feel that he's paying for anything for her to further her education? So Mary, you need to ask, where's the college money? Where'd it go? Or is it all in busted up businesses out on Coyote Pass where you were supposed to live in the barn dominium with all that trash? Kody Brown has used Coyote Pass as a recycling unit, a dump bin, a garbage, whatever he don't want, he put out there.
Exactly.
His house of cards is all going to come tumbling down because they cannot, I do not understand how they can afford to support the lifestyle that they're in. I don't get it. Do they pay taxes? Hello, IRS. Um, I don't know.
Speaking of that, and they talking about failed business. Let's talk about like Sister's Wife's Closet real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when they did that flashback
Not
with that
failed
dry
businesses
ass,
though. I just caught you. You so rude.
what?
You said speaking of failed businesses, and let's talk about Sister Closet. Oh my God.
Well, when they brought up that flashback with that dry ass
Mhm.
logo with them, I'm like, this is just looks like y'all you doing this out your basement. And it's funny they were saying how like Mary and uh Robert were on the same page, but Kody, Janelle, and Christine weren't on the page,
Mhm.
and blah 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 blah. He's all like, I just found it really hilarious in that moment. He decided to say like, I wasn't very supportive, and I feel really bad about that. I'm like, sir, that's the only thing you've ever said you felt bad about.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
that's the only thing you feel bad about. The only thing.
But you
Okay,
notice she said Christine wasn't on the same page as her, but yet Christine was the one who was hawking her junk at the trade show.
exactly.
Okay, hold on. Lena says, "Hey guys, sorry, just dealing with a funeral. I'm a bit scattered, but I'm here." Oh, Lena, thank you for joining us today. My condolences to you. Um, oh my God. If you want to just sit in the bushes, sit in the bushes. We got you. I'm way behind in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. Kody was deranged with how much he was sharing with the realtor. I would not want to sign him as a client. Maddie dropped out. So did McKelty. He probably didn't pay anything for Aspen or Isabel's college. And I don't think he paid for Logan either, especially with his attitude when they get to 19. Bye bye. The only person Mary paid for college was her child, Leon, and probably Robin's older kids. So you got
Right.
a doctorate with what's his name? Dayton, something
Dayton.
like that. Yeah. And then the two girls, well, I'm sure they're gonna have a degree in crying soon. So whatever. But all money down the toilet. I bet that realtor had quite the kiki with his coworkers when he got back to the office. I hope he took advantage of the craft table for lunch. Mm-mm-mm. But he gave a really accurate description of Kody walking in his manic. He's his behavior is just so scattered. Either he is angry and spitting, or he's a raving lunatic like how he was out on Coyote Pass, or he's just like sitting there miserable and turning inward. He's so annoying. Get it together, Kody. It's not entertaining. Who do you want to talk about
Exactly.
next?
We can talk about let's talk about Janelle because
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at them like you getting 165 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that it's her and Maddie. The deal pretty much went through. You know, Christine's excited for them, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about this last week and the week before.
Mm-hmm.
How now that they've left Kody, they're flourishing. Like all of
Yes.
their dreams are coming true. The glow ups, the glow up, the family glow up, and financial status is just riding a high right now, and it's amazing. And I was watching this episode, particularly this um episode,
Mm-hmm.
to see Christine and Janelle. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, could you imagine these women with a better husband, what they could have accomplished?
Yup.
Like
Yup.
it's it's insane
Mm-hmm.
what they're accomplishing. Christine's like, you know what? I need a side business. We need to get these incomes. You know, this show's not basically what she said. This show's not gonna last forever, so we need to
Mm-hmm.
get the money coming in elsewhere. And she just said, I went to David and said, like, okay, I want to do this. He said, baby, just go handle that. Oh, I found a house, baby. Just go, girl, just buy the house, handle that. You know, and she just felt like this sense of like entrepreneurship and being the boss and being able to call the shots. And the fact that she got all that stuff done in 2 weeks and she about to go get the house ready. I'm like, this is, and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at David, right? We just met
Mm-hmm.
David. But then I look
Mm-hmm.
at Kody. I'm like, it's night and day. Night
Mm-hmm.
and day. These wives have a very good business sense and are making moves. And isn't it fitting that the three women who he didn't like, who he didn't love, and who he thought couldn't survive without him are out here living their best lives and just really doing the damn thing. And I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
for them. But you chose to keep your soulmate, the one the you kept the one wife with no earning potential.
True.
Okay,
She's just a drain on finances, but he wants it. He wants it. That's his trophy. That's his trophy. You know, I liked the conversation. I really did. Um, I okay, so remember last week I said so last week was basically the end of something for this family. So now this episode shows me that we really are moving forward because Mary said that she's been divorced for well over a year. It looked when for the timeline for me was kind of screwy because the
right,
conversation with Janelle and Christine, it looked like Christmas 2023. But Mary said it was over a year that she got her divorce. So that, and they looked like they were in summer clothes. Like
gotcha.
there was no snow. I didn't. Did anybody see snow in Parawan? Because
No, it was really nice though.
but when she moved, it was March because that was her anniversary, and
Right,
she had gotten the separation or the whatever it is.
release.
the release right before that. So it would have to be further down into 24 if it
Right.
was
Agreed.
more than a year. So,
It looked like spring to me. It looked
yeah,
like it looked like May. To me, it looked like they were at least in April, if not May or June. That's the way it looked from in Parawan to me.
but when did Garrison pass? Wasn't it March or April? And it was as if there was no reaction to that because I couldn't be so happy go lucky if something like that had happened to one of the kids.
It was in March,
It was in March.
March 5th, 2024.
And this is where I have my problem. The timeline isn't matching up. It isn't matching up. But we'll go ahead with it for now. Ryan says, Janelle, keep talking about getting a lawyer all episodes. She has not secured one yet. Let's go, mama, so we can burn Kody's ass. She's been talking about getting a lawyer since last season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
and we
she,
are.
but at least she confirmed this season that she put down a retainer. Thank
Yes,
God. And we know Mary has a lawyer because he needs more information. So she's already
right.
given him information. And I bet she started tallying up her receipts.
Yes, I think to me
And
with Janelle, I think what Janelle was.
uh-huh,
I think for me, I think Janelle already had somebody in play.
mm-hmm,
She, I with Janelle, my thought process is with her is that maybe she didn't want to go into this alone because
mm-hmm,
it would be um, Kody and Robin versus Janelle with Mary on the side. Now
mm-hmm,
that I think now, my guess is her and Mary have been talking on some level. That's just my guess. So
mm-hmm.
I think Mary went to Janelle saying, "Hey, I thought about it, took your advice. I put a retainer on my lawyer. Now she's like, okay, cool. I'm not by myself. Let's go." That's
Mm-hmm.
just my guess. That's just my guess. And I understand if Janelle played it that way. I understand why she did it that way.
Okay. I yeah, I kind of agree with you because you don't ever want to go into this situation up against everybody else. So
Yes,
that makes sense. She needed at least one person on her side.
right,
Wendy's front yard says Christine needed to let Janelle have her moment without bringing up David again. I get what you're saying, but remember, this is like the new beginning for the OG3. And I thought it was real cute when Janelle said, "Oh, I need to tell Christine and Kody." Oh, and then we saw David. And
right,
I thought it was cute because listen, I think David's going to be pivotal with regards to these women because remember we got the scene where he's rolling up in the U-Haul to get
right.
Janelle out of Flagstaff.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think we need to have David there to show a comparison of what a husband could be and the husband that they're leaving behind. I think this season, this part moving forward is going to be stark contrast between the last chapter and the new chapter, and then we see like how all of it could come crumbling down because one person
Right.
passes,
And
you
Christine
know.
made a good point. Christine said, like with Kody, everything was a community and everything had to be run
Mm-hmm,
by everybody. They all agree, blah, blah, blah. Everything took forever. And then he would talk to you about it forever to where you just gave up. Whereas now, Christine just making moves like, boom, we going doing this. And you got Maddie and Janelle in North Carolina making moves, boom, we doing that. Mary, she up in the good Parawan, she's getting her life
mm-hmm,
together and she's going to do what she want to do. So it's just funny how those three and how production did this.
mm-hmm,
They are making Robin and Kody look so bitter and
mm-hmm,
miserable, and
mm-hmm.
the contrast is so apparent now. Like it's so apparent
They haven't
because you
moved on. They
no
haven't moved on. They're just wallowing in their misery. Hi, avoiding eye contact. So it is March that he passed. Okay.
I agree. Wendy's like, oh no, I love David. Just me for bringing them up yet another house while Janelle was upset about her farm. I'm excited about Janelle's and Maddie's 165 acres.
Mm.
For me, that's what I'm excited about. I'm like 165.
No, Christine will always be excited for her little Janelle. She really will. And I think like 165 acres ain't like nothing to sneeze at. That's huge.
No.
That's
Okay.
huge.
Okay.
And I think
Look.
Christine was giving her props for real.
Think about. So think about though what Janelle and Maddie bought
Mm-hmm.
is think about it. That's more than 10 coyote passes. Think of it
Yep.
in that term.
Yep. And remember Christine said, this is what you've always wanted. You've
Mm-hmm.
always wanted land. And that's true. She's been talking about land for how many years now? She really like even when she had Garrison's backyard. Remember when she was in the rentals
Yes.
and she had
Mm-hmm.
Garrison's backyard and she would go over there, she would get Gabe to come over and help her plant up his backyard for him. She is always in her garden. The rental that she had, she did all sorts of vegetables in the backyard. Like she's got a green thumb.
And remember, her on her parcel of Coyote Pass, she wanted a greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
That was that was her ultimate dream, was to have a greenhouse. So to see
Okay.
just to see these three like moving forward with no apprehension, they are determined to have the lives they always wanted, and just to see that, and then you, like I said, you contrast that to Robin and Kody commiserating on the downfall of the family. It's like y'all like, and you guys are so narcissistic, and I'm gonna use that word, to where you will never acknowledge that you were the issues in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Never,
Never.
never.
It's always
It's
somebody else.
because all that they're doing on their own, y'all could have been a part of it. But the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't just accept being a part of something. You wanted ownership of it. Because remember, Kody was mad that Janelle had her side business, and he's the way Janelle presents it, that she got no help from the family, she just did it on her own. The
Mm-hmm.
way Cody's presented it is that, oh, Janelle had a side business, but she took all of that and all the profits with her, even though
Mm-hmm.
the family paid into it. I'm like,
$40.
interesting.
$40. Check it out on Google. How much is
Okay,
it to start a Plexus business? $40. And they send you your link. Hey Tracy, sorry I'm late. I'm surprised you're still on and found that much to talk about with the what? This episode was epic. Tracy, you're gonna have to stay behind after school. I don't have to talk to you, call your parents. This is an epic episode. This is a transformative episode. I'm just waiting for everything like what we know is coming. That's gonna
right.
derail everything. Um I know it just made me a little sad for Janelle because she was so excited. Yeah, she's excited. I think she's happy for Christine too. I think she's happy for Christine because of the three wives, Christine had the least exposure. Because remember, she was the basement wife and she stayed home
Mm-hmm.
and schooled and took care of all those kids. Janelle got out. Janelle left her kids with Christine while she was out, like working with adults. And Christine was there with 12, 13 kids. 13 kids, y'all.
Right.
She had a whole little house on the prairie schoolhouse. Remember when she used to wear that penny? Oh my God. Anyhow, went from greenhouse to 150 acres of growing. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope she get in the weed industry.
I mean, North Carolina is Tobacco Road. It could be CBD Road too.
I don't know. That would be very profitable. But she's not only thinking about the flowers, she's thinking about like doing cabins and doing events like weddings and retreats and like probably like yoga retreats. We're in the money. She just gotta get rid of them bats. But she's invested well. She's invested well. Let's see. Y'all say hi to each other. When Robin leaves, Kody will still be the victim in his eyes, in my opinion. Yup. Yup. But I was listening to Notes to Self 444, and she said Robin's spiritual marriage with Kody could be in jeopardy too, because Cody's disgraced and like dishonored. Like he's not like he can't get any more new wives.
Right.
And what wives are still in a bond with him could be questioned because he's not worthy.
True.
So no wonder why she is doing all of this, like, saying all the right things. Hopefully, she'll cover her ass. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Um, let's see. Okay, wait. I lost my way here. Steven, hello. What's ignoring my chat froze? Mine did too. Excellent idea. Well, thank you. I don't know what it was, but I thank you anyway. Let's see. Who wouldn't want to get married in 100 acres of flowers well, if you have hay fever, you might
Mm-hmm.
not. But otherwise, yes, you would. Um, Anything else with that chat session?
Nah.
Okay, what do you want to talk about next?
So we covered who did we cover? We covered Kody on the Highly Pass. We covered Janelle. Janelle and Christine were pretty much together. Their segment.
Well, Christine had the move.
Well, yeah, that was we talked about the move. They moved to she like I said, she got her house in 2 weeks and she ready to go. And
Well,
Dave was like,
she just bought a bunch of furniture to furnish the rental. So they took it up
right.
there and stuff like that. But I thought it was fun, like how the kids came and helped her. And
They were hilarious. Talking about, well, this is not the first time we packed up and moved, and
I
da, da, da. I'm like,
know
y'all are a mess for that.
they are clowning on Kody, clowning on him.
And
I
when
think that
they
they know that
said,
they didn't have to move in the first place.
right, when they said, like, you know what, it's really nice just to be able to like to move and not be kicked out. I'm like, you know what? Oh, y'all are wrong for that.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, I love, but she stressed it. This is not a move. This is not a move. She still has her main house. She is just going to furnish the Moab house so that she could rent it out.
Right.
And this is the first time that David is going to see it. What I will say about Christine is so like shocked at how agreeable he is, and like how she doesn't have to do this big committee thing and it takes forever and then it's shut down. What Christine needs to really say to all of us as the audience, the truth of the matter is, it is good to be married to a rich bitch, because David must have some money if he just tell her, okay, you go and pick out the house and get it. She finds a
Right.
house within 2 weeks. He's like, okay, buy it. Bitch, David, you got a brother. You got a brother because I'm in your age range. I won't consider polygamy if that's what y'all down with. But seriously, and I was listening to this other, I got to remember the name of this podcast I was listening to today. They were like, David, he's an old school lover in the bed. He do a missionary, and he's like, he's got a big dick, and he just drives it in deep, and he probably does a few grunts along the way while he's stroking. And, and then the other
I'm
lady
mad.
was like, I could see him over me going, uh, uh. And you say he got a big dick, and they were just going at it. It was so hilarious. They do their first 20 or 25-minute teaser on YouTube, and to get the rest of it, you've got to go over to their Patreon. But they were really funny, and I enjoyed their viewpoint on it. I had never heard of them before. I kind of like rolled into it, But it was awesome, and I love their impressions of David, and it's honestly giving me it's making me look at him differently now. Uh, uh,
But then, okay, I do want to talk about Mary real quick about her dating
mm-hmm,
thing. I was
mm-hmm.
just like Mary. Mary's like, yeah, I want someone who's at least 53, and I'll take someone maybe up to like 60, 65. And I thought in my head, the first person I thought about was you. I'm like, Debbie don't like them that young. Mm-mm.
I'll do 65 and up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, Mary, call Debbie. She'll tell you what to do.
Get them closer to death and make sure they sign over everything in your name. We got a message earlier saying that Auntie is not present because her husband's in hospice. Yes. Uh. Oh, you're letting Tracy know. Good. Yes. Send some prayers, Tracy. To Auntie. Hopefully, like, I just wish the best for her. Nobody likes to
Exactly.
hear hospice. Nobody. I know I didn't like it when I heard it, and I'm glad that my mom did not end up going. She was taken before that. Um, but yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, my grandmother wasn't in home. We did in home for her,
Mhm.
with the nurses, and we helped out and stuff. And like it's when I remember when I first heard it, like, and I only had heard about my grandma them putting my grandmother in home hospice like 2 weeks before she passed. And I'm like, okay, this is where we are. This is
Mhm.
like, when you hear the H word, it's like, okay,
Mhm.
okay. All we can do at this point, is pray for Auntie. She knows we're here. You
Mhm.
know, we'll help her get through it how best we can, and it's
Yeah.
tough. I mean, no one wants to hear the H word, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Everybody, if you have a moment, go back to last week's Sister Wives show and go in the comments and just send her your love and support. She said she was trying to watch the episode on replay, but just kept on crying. So just send her a little heart, a prayer, anything. Show her your support in the comments. We got to rally around our tribe. Um, okay. Christine always had to justify why she wanted to do anything. Now it's just go ahead, babe. Where do I sign?
Right.
Listen, a man or a woman, a partner with money will always make life easier. So stop saying that David is this and that. David is a bank account. David is an ATM. Ching! Cash out, girl. Cash out. I am behind you 100% because I be spending all that money too. Go fix some drywall and make some more. This bitch got 2 houses in less than a year. I love it. I love it. And Kody is seeing all of this. He's hearing about it from his sisters. He's seeing that Christine, David is laying pipe in Christine, and she can't stop smiling and bebopping and doing lap dances. Janelle is with her kids and don't even think about you. And she got all her Plexus money. How about that? She could come and roll you $40. She'll leave that for you in a white envelope on the front door of the rental that she's leaving in Flagstaff. How about that? And Mary has moved on. Mary's finally waking up. Mary got her bitchy friends, and she'll get a
Right.
man. She'll get a man, even if she pick him up at the local gas station near the bathrooms after he went and took a whole bath and try to pretend that that's her man. Mary will get there. You leave her alone, but she got all of that money from her businesses that you can't get your greedy little hands on, and she waking up.
That's what he's mad about.
I was thoroughly repulsed by him from how he was acting out on Coyote Pass, how he rinsed out Janelle, talking about how she would try to rip him off if she could, try to get alimony and child support if she could. This shows that he was never, ever financially there for any of his children.
Right.
None of them. And then Mary, if she want to get a man, she want an alpha man, but she can't be an alpha if she want an alpha man. If she want to get a man, she got to ditch those bitches. Shut up. Why you don't go home to your bitch, seeing as how she running your life? I don't know. I was just thoroughly irritated with him. Hi, Susan. How are you, Susan? Is everything okay with you? Glad you can make it. We're gonna stay home. Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Thank you for letting me know. Amen. All of the women have the capacity to be large and in charge, in my opinion, when they can break free from the entitled little boy that's still trying to find himself, in my shady opinion. No, but they were in charge when they were with him. He couldn't make a decision to save his life.
True.
They had to end up when he wouldn't decide. They had to make the decision on their own and go and do it. Case in point, Mary buying the B&B. Case in point, Christine taking the Isabel to go and get her surgery. Case in point, Janelle standing up for her boys and not throwing them out of the house, refusing to buy Christine's house after she left Flagstaff, refusing to give any more money. All three of them refused to give any more money to this motherfucker. And they are prospering. As soon as they got away from him, everything turned around for them. Hi, Scotland.
Scotland, welcome.
Are you okay, honey bun? He's the only one trying to rip anyone off. Yes. And he is saying it every episode. Every episode is an indictment of Kody and Robin Brown. I hope they all wind up in jail. Made it crystal clear regarding Kody. Yup. He doesn't even know Mary. He sure as hell doesn't know what kind of man she wants or needs, because he ain't it. Perfectly said. Hey, Maxine's Life. Hello. I'm okay, hanging in there. Thank you. Okay, well, big hugs from all of us here. Okay. Oh, I'm cold too, Scotland. Oh my God, I got a joke for y'all. I had to go to the pharmacy yesterday, right? So I decided to go. It opens at 8, so I wanted to be there right at 8 at the drive-thru, thinking I'd be first. I was third. But anyway, I walked outside of my condo building. Y'all know I'm in Florida, and I'm a fragile, delicate flower. Bitch,
Yes,
it
you
was
are.
60 degrees outside, and I was dying. I was
Yes, you are.
dying. I put the heat on in my car. I can't remember the last time I did it. It was cold, and I know that's not cold for like some of y'all, because Tracy and Robert and Ryan was telling me they're in the Midwest, and it's been like below zero, and I feel for y'all, but I was dying. I am a delicate flower, and I don't like temperatures below 70. I don't. Jamal, what's the weather like out by you?
It's like 50s.
Ugh. Oh my God. Kody thinks he's an alpha male, but he gives big beta energy. Oof. Yeah. Well, you rank him high as beta, because beta's number 2. Like, can we get down to alpha, beta, gamma? Maybe gamma and below? Like, I don't even think he's worthy. I just don't. 60 degrees. Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? It's cold. Yes, it is. I need my blood is thin, y'all. My blood is thin, and I'm old. I'm old. Oh my god. Okay, so was there anything else to talk about this trash box show?
Nope, we are all set. We just need. Here's the thing. At this point in time, we just need to hurry and get to the forensic accountant and the accounting for Kyle Pass and see who gets what. That's all I really care about.
Why do I feel like Coyote Pass was settled? Because I also heard on a podcast that the only names on Coyote Pass now are Kody and Robin. Do you think he found the money to pay them out? And do
Yes.
you think that he was able to give them back the money from the McMansion? I'm not forgetting that.
Oof, I hope so. I want to know.
Especially since he stole it at a profit. He needs to give those women back their money for the Vegas houses.
I
Because
think
he's
whatever.
not going to give interest. So he could at least cut him off something for the
Right.
McMansion.
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm. Wait, hold on. I missed a couple of the. I'm glad you weren't in the part of Florida where it snowed. No, I'm in the southern part of Florida. I can't be up there. I just can't. It gets cold up there, but it's not supposed to get cold down here. 18 today felt pretty warm compared to Tuesday. 18 whole degrees felt warm. Heat wave. Y'all be clowning me. Sister wives are doing it for themselves. Thank you, Wendy's front yard. Oh my gosh. And on that note, Jamal, do you have
Yes.
any final thoughts?
No, we are good, and we will see y'all next week. Um,
Yes.
Maths Australia starts finally. It's been torture.
It starts on Monday, y'all. It starts
Oh,
on
I
Monday.
can't wait.
I'm going to be looking on Sunday to see because I think Australia is ahead of us by about 16 hours. So it usually comes on around 7:30 p.m. Australia time. So that's like around five. Like the bootleg streams used to come on anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30 on YouTube. But we are going to get our fill of Maths Australia. And if it looked like they scraped the bottom of the barrel for this year. Oh my God. One of the wives shows up at her wedding and it's somebody she know. Mm. Are we watching Balin out loud? I missed this week's episode. She's
I'm
going to
binging
the
this weekend.
she's going to the tick convention. Not tick convention. What is it? Tourette's convention. Um I'm gonna be checking dailymotion.com. I really am. I think that's going to be the best place we can find good video of the show that'll be up long enough before it's taken down.
Right.
Because that's the thing, y'all. These people put up these bootleg copies, but it don't stay up there forever. And remember, the show comes on. Last season it was 4 nights a week, so we have to be serious and invested in this. All right, Jamal. I know you have to go back to work. I have to go and finish some work. So, guys, have a wonderful evening. Yay, Mass Australia. We will see all of you next week. And remember, um, keep Auntie in your thoughts. And please, 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 if you can, go to last week's episode of Sister Wives. We have our playlist all set up there for you to make it easy. And just find her comment and send her, some hugs, some well wishes, and some prayers. Okay, her family's going through a really rough time right now. And that's it, y'all. I won't keep y'all much longer. Enjoy your evenings. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week.
All right, y'all.
Until
Be
next
good.
time, bye.